Hi Aquarius, how are you doing, guys? Oh boy, I'm glad we're getting to the video stage. So this is for your weekly reading with me, Cindy. Everything is different. You know, when you try to change one thing and it's like, that's not working, nothing is working. So anyways, I just tried to change a couple things about my setup, and of course the whole thing ended up needing to be changed. I think I'm like all sweaty now too at this point because I've been moving furniture around. And this is a very zen week. So, Zen Aquarius. I really felt the need and the desire to go into much deeper spiritual growth messages. And look at all the shadows, like the lighting is terrible right now. Just work with me, please. Just work with me. I have literally been an hour in here trying to set everything up and it's not working, but I'm like, I just need to do this video because that's the most important aspect of the day. And I'm also fighting a bit of a head cold. So what I want to do, Aquarius, is go into deeper spiritual messages, and I'm bringing out Mystical Shaman. I know I used this quite a bit in the past in the summer, and then I just felt a very strong need that I needed to pull away from it too. It's also, they're very often heavy messages, so I think I was feeling a little bit fatigued from bringing in the messages too with these, but I'm really feeling it's important right now for whatever reason. I'm being guided that I need to do this. Now, I'm doing it a little bit different. So because of the new video camera and the quality of the videos, it can take a while for them to upload. So to give you an idea, if it's a 20 to 25 minute video, I'm looking at about an hour 40 to upload it. As soon as I get into like the 30+ minute mark, it's close to 3 hours to upload the video to YouTube. So these can be a little long, and this is going to be a long one because I'm going on and on. Anyways, I've already pulled out your cards from the Shaman Oracle, and I have a new tarot deck too, which is really nice. The lighting is so bad, guys. Oh my God, I will work on this. Anyways, okay. So let's get into your reading. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The first question I asked when I was shuffling the Shaman Oracle deck was, what is it that Aquarius needs to move away from right now? What are they being guided to move away from? Really interesting card that came out for you is the Lower World card that has come out, Aquarius. So with this Lower World card, you know, when you are in the lower world energy, you are exploring sort of the shadow aspect of yourself, your past, ancestral past also. Generally, it's the past. It's the past, and it's the things in the past that have given you maybe heavier energies, but there's usually lessons involved in it. So there's a very strong message in your overall oracle cards that came out that it is time to start moving away from the past. And I'm going to pull the tarot cards out in front of you guys to really explore these messages. So the card that came out when I asked, what should Aquarius be moving towards at this time? What should Aquarius be moving towards at this time? And the card that came out was the Seer. To do a quick little explanation of that card. If you're familiar with the tarot, I would say that the Seer is very much like the Eight of Swords, but getting ready to take off the mask and to see what it is that you haven't wanted to see yet. So the Seer is asking you to start looking forward, but there's been an obstacle. And I feel like it has a lot to do with this Lower World card that is the obstacle. There's some sort of focus on the past because there's abundance. There's abundance around you. There's abundance coming towards you. But there's something that you're focused on from the past, some past hurt that is preventing you from, in the general scheme of things, moving into a new cycle. Moving into a new cycle with this Seer card. And the Seer is asking you when you are ready to really look at your situation, to really look and to ask in a time of quiet, in a time of reflection, meditative prayer, whatever it is for you, to literally ask your spirit guides, spirit energy around you, to show you what it is that you don't want to see. Once you are ready to look at it, once you are ready to see it, you will accept it for what it is, and you will be able to move forward again. And what's really neat is the underlying card. The underlying card at the bottom of the deck, after all is said and done and those two cards have come out, is the smoky mirror. So clarity. Clarity is trying to come through. The vision of who you really are, where you need to be going right now, is starting to come through. I feel that perhaps some of you have been doing some shadow work, just looking at parts of yourself that, you know, maybe you feel hold you back at different times, hold you back, past grievances, hurt, pain, all of that energy. The message is that it's time to put that away. And putting that away is also looking at what it is that you don't want to see. It's going to be different for everyone. It is going to be different for everyone. And like I said, this is a very spiritual reading. I'm going to be doing this week, and I'm going to be doing it for a while. Once I get my lighting and everything figured out here, and my head cold resolved. But, so let's start pulling tarot cards, Aquarius. One of the questions that I had, you know, when I was going from where do you need to move away from, what do you need to leave behind, what do you need to walk away, the energy you need to move away from that, and then what you're going towards. But why? I mean, I kind of feel, because we know where you're supposed to go with the seer. You're supposed to see something that you don't want to look at. Let's get a bigger idea of what that is for Aquarius. What is it that Aquarius does not want to look at at this time? Why is it time to leave this lower world energy? There's too many cards. Too many cards. Why is it time to leave this lower world energy and move into the seer? Why is it time now? Thank you. Wow, the Three of Cups. Isn't this a beautiful deck? I literally just got it. It is called, I know someone's going to ask. Oh gosh, it's one of those funny fonts. That's a T. Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot Deck. There you go. Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot Deck. For anyone who's curious. And I'm sorry, Aquarius, because you're the first one getting these readings this week. And like I said, everything is unorganized, just the setup in terms of it. But so let's get into your reading. So the Three of Cups is sitting, you know, between your lower world and the seer. Your lower world and the seer. You're moving out of this. You're being asked to move away from this lower world energy. Move into the seer. See what it is that you don't want to see. There's celebration. There's celebration moving in this direction. There is a celebration moving in this direction with people around you. People around you who perhaps even getting the message that they may have been part of your lower world energy. There is sort of a celebration. These people themselves may be feeling that it is time to close this cycle. If there's been heavy energy between you and them or a situation, it's time to close this cycle. And that's a celebration in itself with them as well. Even if these are people that you have some sort of conflict with or have in the past, celebration is found between you and them on your own level of moving past this energy, this lower world. You know, I see this card. So I see this lower world card with my terrible lighting. I see this lower world card. And I get, do you see all of the, like very, almost feels like cobwebby. It's just, you've been in it too long. Even if you've only been in it a couple weeks. I don't know, the message is here. Some of you may be in it a couple years. But it's too long. And it's just not serving you now. It's time for a celebration, but you need to move into the seer. I want to get more. I'm feeling though that some of you can't believe that there is some sort of celebration that's associated with who it is perhaps that you've been experiencing this lower world energy with, this lower world lesson that you've had to work through. It's not to say that you are going out with them and having a drink and celebrating. It's to say that a chapter is being closed. And they feel the need for this chapter to be closed as well as you feeling the need for this chapter to be closed, because you can't move into this new seer energy, this seeing the truth, the new aspect of where your journey should be going. So let's get more information about where your journey is headed, Aquarius, with this seer card. Once you see what it is that you don't want to see. Oh, wow. This is such a great card. The Six of Cups. Any deck, this is a great card, right? Any deck, this is a wonderful card with the Six of Cups. I want to zoom in so you can really see the beautiful energy between these two children. And look at how they play together in such an innocent way. I feel like you are moving towards a very wonderful period of innocence. And this is not innocence, Aquarius. That is not innocence energy. That is the darker side of us. That is the side that develops in us as we are here on earth. This is the side that we come into life here in this energy. This is the energy that we all come into. This is the start of it. This is that wonderful fun energy as a child that let's just pick the daisies together and put them in these little cups and giggle and have fun, and just the simplicity of the experience, the simplicity of the birds in the background, and you know, the innocence of not realizing what takes place behind everything that functions for you. Because if we look in the background here, we can see that these two little guys, there's a house behind them. I'm sure there's, you know, a mom in the kitchen making food, dad's at work, or depending on this, maybe he's working in the back, he's cutting some wood. There's a lot that goes on for them to be able to have this innocence. And I feel like you've had a lot going on to get to this innocence. This is heavy. This is a heavy shadow work, but it's also the sort of work that does need to be done, because when you don't do that deeper lower world shadow work energy, looking inside yourself and always pushing through what frightens you, what hurts you, what leaves you feeling maybe even like a victim, you got to push through that. If you don't, it builds up, and you'll find people in life that you meet that they may have good intentions, but the road they take to those good intentions is often not ever good. It's just not good because they have so much deep shadow work that they've never allowed to come out. So it actually comes out in everything that they do, even when they don't want it to, and they end up having heavy energy. So to move out of that and to find celebration in your own way, and anyone else that you've dealt with, even if it's ancestral energy that these people aren't here anymore, they're still attached to you on a spiritual sense, and they're looking to find celebration in this release. And the seer is bringing you towards that beautiful energy of things are looked after. And when I say things are looked after, yeah, you still got to get your own dinner. There is skip the dishes, whatever those are called. That stuff exists. But it's knowing that there is a path for you. It's knowing that you can take the innocence in your spiritual journey, in your journey here as a life form, because you know that's what you are. It is a spiritual journey, but it's a three-dimensional journey with a lot of obstacles and energies that we're not used to having when you're in the spirit realm. So with the Six of Cups, it's knowing that you can have playfulness in what it is that you do and what it is that you're trying to achieve without trying to force it to happen, because mommy and daddy are in the house looking after dinner and everything else. Your spirit guides are looking after what it is that's meant to come towards you, Aquarius. just enjoy the moment, enjoy the day, smell the roses, smell the flowers, right? Like, enjoy the texture. Just think about all the things that you enjoyed when you were that age. You know, my son is having fun in this sand pit at school right now. And they dig and they find clay. And I can remember doing that at my grandfather's beach when I was a kid. And it was the most fun because you would find different types of clay and they would have different smells to them based on the organic matter that was kind of around them. And you would compress them and he's sculpting them just with his hands and sticks and stuff. It's so organic and it's just such a genuine way of experiencing your existence and enjoying the moment. I love doing these spiritual readings, Aquarius. I really do. Because I feel like when I do these readings, there's issues that I know people love romance readings and relationship readings and career readings and finance readings. But, you know, whenever there's a block in any of that, it's because of a spiritual aspect on your journey that you're going through. So this is, you will find the answers to all of that in a more spiritual reading, which is why I feel I really need to do that. There are so many readers out there doing relationship readings, finance readings, and you know, sometimes these will turn into a love reading. And the Six of Cups, you know, you could say, yeah, this is someone from your past, or this is soulmate energy, and it could be that too. It could be that too, because this child is not alone here. But you're not going to get to them. You're not going to get to that energy until you close off this lower world experience, this shadow work that you've been doing. Because the shadow work is about bringing your vibrational level up again, right? Bringing it up again. Because when it is low, you are in a lower vibrational energy when you are in the shadow work, in the lower world. But it's because you are preparing yourself for another cycle of abundance and higher vibrational energies, people that you are meant to have relationships with and connections with in this lifetime. But you got to get up to that level. And they're working up to that level too. So I want to pull another tarot card. You see, there's not a lot of cards that necessarily come out with these readings either. On the smoky mirror, I feel with this, wow, that's kind of cool. So I just pulled it off and the jaguar is underneath the smoky mirror. I want to feel like the jaguar is underlined to your underline. So the smoky mirror is starting to see the clarity, starting to see your own reflection again, but in a new way. You know, maybe there's been ripples in the water and your reflection has been kind of blurred and I don't remember how it really looked anymore. Well, you know, when it clears again, when it clears, when the surface of the water becomes still, and the surface of the water can be your deeper feelings, when that becomes still again, this reflection is new. It's new. And you know what I love about the jaguar is that the jaguar goes through the jungle and it clears and it cleans the jungle. It's this deep, dark predator energy. And you could really associate it with this. You know, we have to remember not to be afraid of our darker energies, not to be afraid of the darker journey that we have to go on at different points in our lives, because it's where we get our lessons from. It's how we are able to raise ourselves to higher vibrational energies all the time. Like I said, like someone who doesn't do that is afraid to look at what frightens them or what angers them. Anything that triggers them, sets them off. You know, look at that, figure that out. Why is that happening? If you don't, and just let it keep building up, eventually your whole method of operation is the lower world, but not in a way that serves you or anyone else. You may have intentions like, yeah, I want to save the dolphins, but the way you do it is very aggressive, or it's lower vibrational energy. So instead of leading with your heart, you're leading with your ego. And that's kind of where that comes in there. So the jaguar is cleaning stuff out for you, working in that darkness, the spirit guides that are helping you, that are with you. So I know sometimes you feel alone in that dark energy where you're trying to clear that out. In this smoky mirror, I love that. The cards that came out for you are great. You know, I said it was a difficult setup this morning and I'm still working on it. But the message is there, and that's what's the important part about the video. I'm sure they'll get the odd person. You know, your lighting was really bad in this video. Yeah, I know. Okay. Oh, yeah, nice card. So a bunch of cards came out, but one came up face up. So that is your card. And it is the Ace of Swords. There is a brand new experience in your truth, in your life, and how you live that's ready to come through for you. You just have to put the shadow work away. You have to put the shadow work away. And what I'm really feeling with it is this tie. There's some sort of tie for you with other individual or individuals that needs to have closure, needs to be accepted for what it is, and to move on at this point, because there's a wonderful new beginning waiting for you, Aquarius. I like it. Okay, last card. Now, so I have from the Journey of Love Oracle deck, my Journey of Love or Oracle deck. Now, I will look in the book for the card because they're beautiful messages, and it is a new deck, and it takes a while to learn it. So I will look in the book and read you the message. Wow, what do we have here? Distant Shores, number 18, Aquarius, Distant Shores. I'm going to need my goggles. My gosh, I hope I don't need goggles. I do have an eye appointment tomorrow, so let's see where this goes. These are those glasses from like the drugstore. 18 Aquarius. So this is your Distant Shores. Here, I'll hold this like that. You can look at it and I'll read it to you. This oracle brings you a message. You will benefit greatly from travel right now. You may travel through the mind, reading journals of faraway lands or times, or watch a film that transports you. Moving your body to a different place is another way. Bring fresh energy by unplugging you for a short time from what you know, to plug you into a different circuit so that you may receive different energy. So when the opportunity to travel arises for you soon, whether it be a jaunt far away or a day in a different place, take it. Don't worry if it doesn't seem practical. Right? Is it practical to sit there all day and play with the flowers? It's okay, Spirit's got your back. Don't worry if it doesn't seem practical. The divine is so much more important, intelligent, and capable of genius than what mere logic would have us believe. There you go. So, oh wow, everything looks a lot better with those on. I really do. That eye appointment. So, I really feel, Aquarius, that this is a journey. And it is, right? To move from the lower world to the seer. That's a very big journey. But it's not a big step. And that's, I think, what's kind of a cool message for you right now. It's a big journey, but it's actually not a big step. So, there you go. That's your spiritual reading for this week, Aquarius. Let me know what you thought of it. Even if you didn't like it, I'm going to keep doing it. Because I just feel this is what I need to do right now. I need to go into these deeper messages for all of us so that we can continue to grow and raise our vibrational energies and just keep sharing our light and leading from our hearts, because this is the kind of energy. I can feel the importance why this message needed to come out, because this is the kind of energy that can prevent you from leading with your heart. All right, Aquarius? Until next time, my friends, have a the camera's too high as well. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.